Hello everybody. Today we're going to be doing a very quick little video. I'm not going to get too much into detail here. You will be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm using these magnets I got at the Dollar Tree. They come in 2 different sizes and they have a few different colors. I'm going to be using some enamel and multi-surface paints. You can use regular paint. And I'm going to be using the pink and the green ones. You want to give them a quick little wipe off with some isopropyl alcohol. They do have a residue on them, and you want to make sure you get that off. Now, if you have your problem with your paint bubbling up out of your cap, after you shake, give the cap a little bit of a quarter of a turn before you pop it, and that should alleviate that problem. Just don't forget to re-tighten your cap. Okay, so I'm going to use that outside ring, which is actually the base of the magnet underneath that it's been set into. I'm going to use that as sort of a guideline. Try to keep that as where I follow my patterns from. So just keep that in mind. Now another thing you want to keep in mind that I wasn't even thinking about is I have a magnet and I have a metal tool, and you want to hang on, because that is what happens when you don't. I was a little surprised. Don't know why I should have been surprised, but yeah, I was. Anyway, these are quick. They're hardly detailed, not highly, they're hardly detailed. And I had wanted this video to come out in time for, you to do gifts for, the kids, for teacher gifts and for summer. But my life has gotten in the way, and a lot of things have happened that have prohibited me from getting things out in a timely manner. But anyway, these are really quick. You could actually do a whole set of these, as I've done 2 packs of, the big ones and the small ones. Oh, my gosh, you could probably get all of them done in less than 2 hours, I swear. And that's counting the hour in between that it would take, like, from the start to finish of the initial white background and them drying until you get to the finish point of the detail color and design at the end. So if that makes any sense, as I'm saying it, I'm saying to myself, that doesn't make any sense, but I think you know what I mean. Beginning to end, start to finish, these shouldn't take you more than 2 hours, and you'd be able to wrap them up in some tissue and get them ready for school tomorrow, honestly. Okay, I was really not paying attention here. I should have had 8 spokes. I count, and then lo and behold, I only have 7. So I just popped another one in. It looks really, really bad, but I promise you this ends up being probably my favorite magnet at the end. And you're going to see that even though this one is so horribly disfigured, that it's not so bad at the end. So guys, I would really appreciate it if you like what you're watching and you want to see more. Please give me a thumbs up, share my video, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so that you'll know when I come up with another video. I really like doing these videos, and I'd like to know that you like them, and then I can keep making more. So don't forget, subscribe, hit that bell, and give me a thumbs up. Questions and comments are always welcome. I do answer them, so please leave them down below. Okay, if you have followed me for any amount of time, you know that I'm all about every other pattern. I will take time to explain that later, but right now, just take my word for it. It didn't work out on this one. I'll explain it when I come back and do the actual design. But if you follow my other videos, you'll understand what I mean. So yeah, subscribe and watch my other videos. Now this one here is a spiral. It's a very poorly made spiral, but for our purposes here, it's going to be just fine. Actually, I really end up liking it. I'll make another video on how to do a proper spiral, but for time's sake and for this sake, what you want to do is you're going to put a center dot, you want to put an amount of dots around. I put 8. And then every subsequent row after that, you're going to go up and a little bit to the right. I'm right-handed, I go to the right. You could go to the left if you wanted. But you want to go up and a little bit over each row, and then you want to get bigger. So you can see that I'm gradually, my dots are gradually getting larger, and I continuously move a little bit up and over to the right as I'm going along. The spiral will look a lot better when you see it with the color at the end. And like I said, I will do a regular video on how to do a proper spiral. But now this is just a bunch of left swishes and right swishes, and they come out looking like little hearts and a bunch of little dots just to make up some space. Now I want to just say that this is supposed to be quick and easy. My patterns are not perfect. I don't want you to get hung up on it. I want you to have fun. So just lay down some dots, practice your swishes, practice your swirls. Just, just try different things. Have a little bit of fun. Don't worry so much about symmetry and perfection. It's really not about that at all. It's really about expressing what you're feeling. So before I go back and finish up doing coloring in a couple of the designs, I was looking at these, and some of them still needed a little bit of white, they were a little boring. So I added some little walk the dots here and there, little dots in between, just something to take up a little bit more space and not make them look so bare and lonely. I didn't want to add a whole lot of color. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to do some little bit of embellishments on here. And this one here, I just used some fire opal in the center and some lemon silk on the outside. And it ends up looking like a little bit of a daisy. Now this one here, I apologize for the blurriness of it, but you can see that on the white there's some black, and I'm covering it up with yellow. That black is from another magnet that the actual magnet itself attached to the top of this already painted one, and the magnet has some residue on it, so you can clean it off, but the better thing is to just not let them attach to one another. And they really are strong little magnets, so they will attack each other. So make sure you keep them away from each other. I've had such a hard time with that. So I think I used Cherry Frost, Fire Opal, Lemon Silk, Lime Green, Blue Cascade, Pearl White, and then the white enamel. And I'm going to tell you too, like my colors here look a little off. On camera, they really look bad. Like this is Fire Opal and Lemon Silk. That's all I used on this one here. And it looks brown and green, and I don't even know what it looks like, but those aren't the colors. I only used Lemon Silk and Fire Opal. Same colors I'm using here. Lemon Silk and Fire Opal. And it looks like there's green and brown, but in person they really actually, and you'll see at the end on the video that the photo of them all, the colors actually look a little bit better. This here is going to be the Cherry Silk. Looks brown, I know. It's not. Now this is the spiral. I'm going to do every other spiral in red. You see I have 8 of them here, so I can go every other one. I'll have 4 red spirals. And then in between I'm going to do blue. The Blue Cascade. And you see that it is much more prominent. You can make out the spiral now. And then the other thing I'm going to do to enhance the spiral is I'm going to take the white pearl and I'm just going to go in between. First I do with my every other, and in between every red and blue one, I'm putting a white swoosh. And then I'm going to come in back in between, and in between the blue and the red, I continue doing another swoosh. And yeah, I think it looks really nice. I love this one. This is one of my favorites. Isn't that pretty? So simple, right? Really, really simple. So I think you can pop out a couple of these sets. Let the kids do them. I mean, give the kids some paint, couple tools. I mean, you can even give the kids some toothpicks. Their little hands can hang on to the toothpicks and they can paint these up, and the teachers will just love them. So here I go. Here's the one where I thought I was going to do in every other pattern. So you can see on the outer row, I'm doing a red swoosh on every other white one. And on the inner row, I'm doing, again, a red swoosh on every other one. And then I come to the end, and it doesn't work out because I have an odd number of spirals. I'm like, oh man. Oh well. Just go back and just fill them all in. And actually I like it a lot better like this. I think if I had done the every other one, it would have been lacking, but I like it like that. So if you want to have an every other pattern, you have to have an even number. I know this. I love the every other pattern, and I always forget to count. So, okay, this is the one I told you that I totally messed up on. I mean, I just completely did not know what I was doing. So up to this point, I'm like, okay, it's still working out. Now I'm going to just kind of throw some dots in there. Like, where am I going to put oh my God, I don't know where to put these dots. I have no idea. I just start panicking over here, and I just start throwing dots in. And I can tell you that even after all is said and done, and I have looked at this one in my hand, I'm like, I still don't know if I have it right, if it is truly done right. But you know what? I really like it the way it came out. So no harm, no foul, no worries. Okay, so this one here, I had an even amount. I was able to do my every other, and I got my red and my blue in between. And just a little red cherry frost dot at the end, and a big dollop of white pearl in the center. And there we go. Here are pink magnets and our green magnets. And I don't know, but I think they look really cute, very simple. So the one that I messed up on, or I think I messed up on, I decided to give it a clear, matte clear coat spray. And it surprised me that it actually came out looking frosted like this, but I like it. So if you did want to spray it and you use the matte, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get that frosted look, which I think is kind of cool. So if you like this video, I would appreciate it if you would give me a nice thumbs up. Subscribe to the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I will answer. Until next time, thanks for dropping by. I hope to see you again. And until then, have a good night. Bye-bye.